So in the last video I showed you guys how to set up these text blocks with more complex and fully featured paragraph styles. Now I'm going to show you how to add running headers and folios, which is kind of just fancy speak for book titles, booklet titles, chapter titles, and the page numbers. So I'll show you a couple of ways to do that. In our case, because we're experimenting, we're probably going to handle this through individual document pages, but if this were something you decided on for your booklet, you could certainly handle these through master pages, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So we'll zoom out a little bit so you can see what's going on. I'm going to grab my my type tool, and let's turn this on. Let's say that I'll put a text block there, and I'll put a text block here. And the way I copied that was simply by holding down the Option key as I drug that box. You can see when I hold down the Option key, it pulls up that ghost cursor. It means you're going to get a copy of whatever you're clicking on, and I'm going to drop it right there. So right now I have a couple of mirrored folios. Now this seems a little weird because how are we going to get the numbers in there specifically? They're down here, they're of course locked. And so what I want to do is come back up here, and we're not actually going to put a number in here, because if you think about it for a second, if I put page 1 and page 2 right here, now I come down here, this is of course page 1 and 2, which works somewhat, but now when I create a new spread, it's page 1 and 2 and replicated over and over again. So what we actually want to do is deal with these through something called special characters. And I'll show you how to insert that right now. What we're going to do is go type, insert special character, markers, and then simply current page number. And that's going to put a placeholder of an A in there. And we'll do that again for the recto side, which is just, again, fancy speak for the right side. Left side is the verso side. I'm going to put current page number. Now when we come down here, you can see that those have been translated to 2 and 3 respectively. These have no styling. These are whatever the default is up here. We could certainly style those. In this case, Arno Pro, 10/12. I guess it did default to that paragraph style. You could change those, but again, that's going to affect every single new page on your document view. But again, once you marry yourself to a particular folio, every time you add a new page, it's going to sequentially add the correct page number. That's really handy if you were to come in and say, insert a page, and we'll insert one page after page 4. It's going to renumber all your extra pages. Way better than having to go through and manually do that. However, in our case, I'm going to come up here and delete these. I still haven't married myself to one, and so I want to get rid of them here and handle them individually. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you guys how to handle this specifically. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but on a kind of a local level. And I'm going to click and drag a box. And then I'm going to type in, we'll pretend that this is page 6, or sorry, 7. It would have to be odd if it's on the recto. And then I'm going to just style that through the paragraph palette, or excuse me, character palette. So I'm going to be looking for some sort of interesting type pairing, and we've discussed some strategies, a bit at least, as to how to do that. Right now, intuitive is just fine. We'll detail the ways you could be pairing these in class on Wednesday, so we kind of talk through these. So right now, whatever feels right is great. I'm going to bounce over to a pre-established spread to show you guys a few options of how this might play out. On this verso side, I've chosen to put them kind of on that leading edge, and I've annotated them as page 6. On this side, just a simple folio down here in the right hand corner, and then I've oriented this towards the center seam. This one I've split. In all of these cases, this was kind of just playful, and I haven't done any real work in setting these up as paragraph styles. You can see when I select on them. Again, I just handled this all intuitively because at this point it's not really worth it to go through the trouble of setting those up for every single little investigation or kind of experiment, so to speak. So all of these kind of superfluous things, which I guess really aren't that superfluous, but if we're doing 10 of these or 20 of these, you're really only going to commit to one. That would be a lot of work, 19 extra examples that just aren't going to make the cut, and a lot of extra work in setting up those paragraph styles. So while it's worth it here because you're trying to really sort out all the niceties of your body copy as it pertains to this particular typeface, because these are just playing a very simple supportive role and are likely going to be some sort of novelty or paired face, you don't have to go to all that trouble. I certainly wouldn't want you to spend all that time doing it. I'm going to hop over here and explain a couple of things that I think are really nice to know. One of which is that when you use the text tool and you type within it, we'll say camouflage culture. One of the things that I think frustrates InDesign users, first-time users rather, at this point when you're first engaging with it, is that text doesn't behave like it may if you have experience with other Adobe programs, at least not by default. It thinks you're going to want to type in something longer, like an actual paragraph. It's not as helpful as when we're trying to maneuver text around, resize it intuitively. And so what we're going to do, it's kind of a two-step process. The first thing we're going to do is hit Option Command C, and that is going to fit the frame to the text. So again, you're going to hold down Option Command C. I believe if you're on a PC, it's Alt Command C, but I'm not entirely certain. So Option Command C is going to perfectly fit that frame to the text at hand. The other thing you may consider is that you may want this centered. It's not always going to do things in a way that fit it horizontally, but it certainly will do it vertically. So Option Command C there will take up any additional extra room. The other thing that you are going to want to know about is that if you hold down Shift Command and then drag on any of the corner boxes, it's going to intuitively resize your text so that you don't have to do a dance where you double click it, highlight it, increase it, it disappears because it's now larger than the text frame box, drag this over, etc., etc. If you want to make this bigger, you just hold down Shift Command and it makes it bigger. If you want it to not move from the handle specific to the one you're grabbing, see how it stays put in the upper right and moves down, or sorry, upper left and moves in the direction of the lower right because that's a handle I grabbed. If you hold down Shift Option Command, it will proportionally size your text from the center point, which in certain situations can be pretty handy. So again, to get it to behave around the center point, it's Shift Command Option drag. So those two things are going to be really helpful when you're placing your folios down here and you're running headers wherever those end up. Again, experimentation for sure. Try out lots and lots of different things. Pair these, again, intuitively, and see what you come up with. Your body copy is going to be a little more locked down. This can be a little more playful. But do keep in mind that wherever those are, you're going to be seeing them every page. So something like this on the left may be a little too heavy-handed. Something like this on the right might start to fade into the background and be a little more appropriate for what they're actually indicating. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions via Slack. Thanks.